Greetings from Las Vegas, Nevada. Today is Sunday, February 11th, 2024. It's 9:45 a.m. Pacific Time, Super Bowl Sunday, and it's a nice and sunny 46 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm outside of my hostel. I shot a full-length walking video down the entire strip. That would be going toward downtown. I didn't go that way yesterday. I went toward this direction, which takes you toward the Las Vegas Strip. And like I said, my hostel is right here. I have the camera set on tilt locked mode, so that way it's should be keeping the footage straight when I'm riding my bicycle, because we're going to be doing a bike ride out to Summerlin today. Hopefully that goes good. The temperature is supposed to be getting warmer, going up to right now 47 degrees already. So this is going to be a roughly 1 hour and 20 minute bike ride. My main goal is actually I wanted to film the bike ride coming from Summerlin to the Las Vegas Strip, because there's a bike path that my brother and I rode back in 2017, and we rode that to and from the Las Vegas Strip on our first day that we were here. That was the first time we had ever traveled out of state, so it was quite the experience. But instead of me riding all the way down to where we started at, which is by Allegiant Stadium, I'm going to cut down if I can get the map up, Sahara Avenue. This would be the Arts District, 18B, but we're not going that direction. We're making a left. So initially we're slightly headed toward the Las Vegas Strip. With it being Super Bowl Sunday, it's going to be jam-packed, so walking will probably be a challenge. You don't want to be taking a bike there, because you really couldn't ride it. You'd be, I assume, walking it. One second, because Google tried adjusting which route I'm taking. Alright, I fixed it now. But yeah, so my main objective is to film the route going from Summerlin to the Strip, but I figured, hey, you know what, if I'm going to ride an hour and so minutes, I might as well do it, film the action going to Summerlin as well, even though we're not going to capture the Las Vegas Strip. So this will just be, once I get to Sahara, just a street that I'm taking. on a sec. I gotta readjust Google Maps again. I don't know why. It keeps on readjusting my route like I'm going a different way. Or I'm telling it Sahara and it's like readjusting like, nope, you're going this way now.
Head southwest on Las Vegas Blvd South.
You can see that's why I prefer to slow down and give the right to pedestrians. And you look at that one scenario there. That's just when there's one person on the sidewalk. Can you imagine when you're down by the crowded Las Vegas Strip? There's no way you can ride a bike. Like, that's out of the question. People who do ride, they actually try to ride in the street, but that's dangerous in itself, because if you've seen my video, for example, on the Las Vegas Strip and how many cars are on there, it's, you know, crazy. There's cars honking left and right. There's bumper to bumper action. Yes, the curb lane is somewhat free, but there's people often trying to make sudden turns because, like, otherwise pedestrians are walking out when there's red lights, and cars are just going to try to take advantage when they see any green light moment. Okay, I think we're still going
wait.
Past the Strat for a little bit. Sahara is about 2 blocks away. Alright, we got the walk sign now. This is St. Louis Avenue along South Las Vegas Blvd. Now, yesterday, my full walking video where I went down the strip and in and out of several casinos, plus showing a lot of the Super Bowl decorations for the weekend. I walked from my hotel all the way down South Las Vegas Blvd eventually until I got to past Mandalay Bay and Allegiant Stadium. You could see there was not much traffic coming behind me at that moment, so I'm just going to swing into the sidewalk here. Yeah, the strip by this end is not going to be busy. You're going to have to make your way down past Wynn, and then once you get by the Mirage, and especially the Bellagio, and further on down, it gets crazy, as well as by Mandalay Bay. So we're going to go 0.2 miles, and then that's Sahara, which I believe is the next traffic light that we encounter.
In 600 feet, turn right onto West Sahara Avenue.
So 600 feet is right here by Bonanza, the
At the light, turn right
gift
onto
and
West
souvenir
Sahara
shop. So say goodbye to the Las Vegas Strip. As cool as it would be to walk down it, trust me. If it was like this traffic-wise, I would ride down it, but I know for a fact, 100%, impossible to ride once you get a little bit further.
Continue on West Sahara Avenue for 9 miles.
So 9 miles is basically the distance that we're looking at here. I have no idea. Oh, I mean, I have a slight idea because I looked at small bits and pieces on Google Maps, but I have no idea how reliable these sidewalks are going to be. Eventually, once you get past the bridge at some point, there is like a curb lane, bike lane. I'll have to judge the amount of traffic to decide whether I want to take that or not. Occasionally I'm going to stop to either take a quick picture or reference Google Maps. Interesting, I see okay, I was going to say, is this sidewalk still staying for the public? And I have to always be alert as a rider too, because you can see cars are going to be ready to turn just like they would any roads, but you never know. Vegas, people are sober and paying full attention. One of the reasons I decided to shoot this video too, as opposed to just from Summerlin, is because I was thinking to myself, oh, if I only do it from Summerlin, you're losing the view of riding toward the mountains, which was a fun thing. Now granted, I'm not going to be on the bike path, like the dedicated bike path riding toward the mountains. Is just a city road. Let's see, where is the crosswalk for this? There really is none, so you're gonna have to use some judgment. There's no cars coming from the right, and this is a turn only lane for cars going this direction, so I should be good. You got one sidewalk out here on the bridge. I'm expecting it to be somewhat challenging as far as uphill towards Summerlin goes, because back in that 2017 ride, when we rode the bike path, it was a very slight incline the entire way, and it was actually a longer distance from there. Unless I'm like completely forgetting, I thought it was like a 25-mile bike ride, or 20-mile bike ride. We got a fellow bike rider here, so I'm gonna get off and walk. Thank you. He's letting me go. Thank you. You too. I was about to get off and walk along with him, but he waved me on. Yeah, that day in 2017, it was a slight incline the entire way up once you got to the bike path. So slight that like we couldn't see it, but we were struggling to ride. And I feel like it wasn't necessarily because of the incline. It was the combined effect of the incline plus that particular day. The wind was blowing against us like 25, 30 miles per hour. So that compounded with the wind is what made it difficult. But then on the way home with that bike path, which is what I'm hoping to do today. When I say home, we were staying at the MGM Grand in 2017. It was so easy at stretches. Like it felt like we didn't pedal once and we were coasting the whole time without even having to pedal. We have an on-ramp for the highway here. So I'm making sure car's not coming. This is the I-15 North, so when I drive back Monday morning, this will be the path that I'm taking. Alright, this bridge area is a little thank you. Let's just say a little hard to see whether there was glass on the ground, but it looked like it was okay. All right. We've probably made it past the challenging part, which is highway traffic, and it's not super crowded yet, despite the Super Bowl being in a few hours. Thank you.
Wait.
Okay, this is Rancho Drive that we're crossing now. This is pretty much a straight shot all the way to Summerlin. And Google Maps said it was like around 9.5 miles. Whereas our 2017 path was more of a big long diagonal. See, another reason why you gotta be cautious at all these turns. First car just blew right through, which is why I saw it and stopped. Second car stopped and waved me on. So even though this bike riding video is not showing it, you can trust that every time I'm encountering an intersection, my head is whipping on a diagonal behind me to inspect traffic. Like right here, I expect to see there's a car, but it was slowed down and was waiting for me to go. I have my phone attached to the bike, but battery's draining a bit quicker than I want, so I turned the screen off, but I think it'll still alert me to any directional changes. Not that I need to know, because like I said, I think it's a straight shot the entire way. Sign right here says bus and bike lane ahead. I don't know if... Oh, okay. So the sign in the road where the traffic lights are says a symbol for bus and bike only, but cars can still make right-hand turns. For now, I'll still stay on the sidewalk because the sidewalks are very smooth and there's not really any pedestrians, and you can see a car right there, bus and bike lane. That car doesn't care. I mean, yes, it is making a right-hand turn eventually, but you think you would do it a little bit later. So this type of incline that I'm going on right now is a much steeper incline than what we would have encountered at the beginning of our route on that bike trail. So I'm wondering if we're going to get steep initially and then flatten out, because toward the end of this next road it does look a little flatter. Might take off one of my layers of clothing soon. Because it's probably in the 50s now and building up that body heat quickly. 3 layers. It's 3 light layers, but you can already feel my body being too warm. I could have taken a bus that would have taken the same amount of time to get to Summerlin, and I wouldn't have had to worry about bike riding out there. But again, how often am I going to drive to Vegas? How often am I going to have a bicycle with me in Vegas? So when I weigh those things as a content creator and also just things to experience in life. I mean, the last time I did a bike ride in Vegas was 7 years ago, and back then you're thinking, I don't know if we'll ever have a chance to bike ride in Vegas again. So it's sort of one of those you only live once mentalities. Oh, there's a bunch of shattered glass here. I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to stop in front of Carl's Jr. and take my layer off. Okay, ready to go again. Feels much better. For anyone watching too, I never tend to ride a bicycle fast by the standards of what most people would deem as
You gotta pay the price if you want it.
that most people would deem as fast. I'm perfectly fine going like 8 to 10 miles per hour because beyond filming, I personally like to soak in the experience, so I'm taking my time, in essence, joyriding. There's other times where it's like, oh shoot, I need to get somewhere by a certain time, and then I start pumping my legs and trying to get an extra workout in. That's not what this type of ride is intended for. Hopefully the sunlight beating down doesn't affect the camera too much. I don't think it's hot enough to do it, and I think maybe the camera is being shaded a little bit by myself because the sun is like kind of overhead but a little bit behind me. So I think my head is kind of providing a little bit of a shadow as well as my body to the camera. The reason I say it is because sometimes on beating sun days, gimbal will say that it's overheating and has to shut down for a while. The SX Sahara Express bus stops are on this street. I don't know if that's the one that also goes. I don't think that one goes out to, I mean, it could go out to Summerlin. The one I looked at in Google Maps, I thought it was closer to downtown Vegas by a few streets. But maybe there's multiple buses that go over there. Or maybe the Sahara Express goes partway and then deviates. The Sporting Life bar on our right here. And also on my right, there's a Habitat for Humanity Restore and a Goodwill, so kind of a two-in-one. This is still a slight incline going up. Let's take advantage of the Colt bike bus lane for a little bit. That car there basically, for all intents and purposes, decided to pull out into the sidewalk before he looked toward the left. So this is Downtown Avenue. Detour, I don't know the exact pronunciation. Kind of a weird sidewalk setup there, but got a car dealership on the right. There's a Big Lots store on the left. Are some construction barrels here for, I assume, a future project. Looks like they might be doing something actually with the sewer grates. Unless they've recently replaced these sidewalks and maybe they're relatively new. Or not the sidewalks, but the aprons to go up at each street level, because the sidewalks are clearly, I mean, relatively new, but still chipped away at. This is what I'm talking about, like right here at the apron. This type of stuff looks like it's very new, and even the signs up here seem like they're covered, like they haven't been fully unveiled yet. This looks brand spanking new. some of these ones like that, I use my judgment. If it's still green, even if it doesn't have the walk sign. Like I wouldn't go out as a walker, but a bike rider, you can make it. The mountains are getting ever so closer. I believe that's the Red Rock Mountains. I mean, I know the Red Rock Mountains are near Summerlin, but can't recall if that's the only name or if there's like a few different ones. Should get the light to go in a second. Then you got the car behind us turning first. Second car is waiting. Now let's see if the curb lane car pulls over. Nope. They stopped at the stop line. You always do that as a bike rider. You're looking behind you when you first go out, but then as I'm in the middle of the sidewalk, my eyes are like glued on the first driver approaching from the right. Just reading their body language, like, okay, do they look to the left, or are they just looking straight ahead and to the right? There is a very slight wind against me too, but I don't think it's impacting much. You may be able to hear the wind in the audio sometimes. So begin work zone. Well, if they are still doing work, and if it is indeed those curb drop-offs, I wonder if we're going to have some inability to take those coming up soon. See the sign here saying that the bus lane is closed ahead. The bus lane's closed, but I can still, I guess, ride on for the moment. The reason I'm doing so is you can see I have a couple of those grates on the sidewalk. Google Maps did indicate that there was a steep incline for the entire route, so I would agree that I am feeling it. So I guess whether you take the city roads or the bike trail, anytime you're heading toward the mountains, you got a ever so slight upwards incline, and then going toward the Las Vegas Strip is going to be all downhill. Oops, sorry. Went to adjust my shirt, I just banged into the camera. I also walked the Las Vegas Strip for nearly 11 hours straight yesterday. So that slightly wearing on my legs here. See, this car, it just finally looked this direction. Now we're getting even steeper.
Continue on West Sahara Avenue for 4 miles.
It says continue on West Sahara Avenue for 4 miles. Initially it said, I think, 9 miles back there, so maybe I'm halfway there at least. wanting to stop for a second, but I also don't want to lose the momentum. Little bit of momentum I do have of riding uphill. I think I'm going to go ahead and take a little rest here though. Almost there, I didn't insult the injury. Right as I'm about to start again, the bus blows by as if to say, well, you could have taken me. So I walked up to Cimarron Road, trying to give my legs a little break here. I think I should turn around and look. Why haven't I done this the whole way there? So there's a shot of the Las Vegas Strip. You can see the distance we've covered from there. I'll try to give this a go again with the bike riding. Uphill is kicking my butt more than I thought it would, which is also, again, maybe affected by all that walking I did yesterday, and also because it's winter where I'm from. I haven't ridden a bike for like probably 5 months. So maybe not the best thing to just jump those legs right back into an uphill battle. Oh, there's a Smith's in Las Vegas grocery store. Canyon Gate Country Club on my right. Alright, so I just walked basically the length of the country club to again get a little bit of a breather, and then I'll continue on again. I was considering, I may still do it, when I get to a certain point of this road, deviating off the path and going toward, I think it would be the left, because I think it'd be interesting to show some of the side streets and for a brief bit, to give a vibe of the community as opposed to just like the main one of the main roads here. And it won't be that much of a detour from Summerlin because it's just communities that are on the way there. coming up on Fort Apache Road. I think the next light is the one that I'm going to want to turn at. I mean, not Fort Apache, but the one after that.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto South Grand Canyon Drive.
I guess it's not this light, it's the following one. If I want to turn into that community. That's what I need, an e-bike. An e-bike would make this 100 times more enjoyable.
onto South Grand Canyon Drive.
Before I commit to this, let me look at Google Maps and see how much this takes me out of the way of Summerlin, because what I hope to do initially might not align with what I'm willing to do now with all the energy. So Google is actually suggesting a possible path where I go toward the right instead of the left on Grand Canyon, and then it looks like there might be a little bit of a bike trail there, which is something I haven't taken before. So let me do that instead. Hold on, I feel like I can hear a rock in the
In a quarter
tire.
mile, turn left.
I hear it somewhere. Is that it? No, I can't find it. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm still gonna have to go uphill at some point, but oh, I feel like I'm in heaven, because this is the first time I've gone like downhill the entire ride. My legs, they can move again. Sorry if you're an actual bike riding enthusiast who's tremendous at riding, because I probably sound like a wimp or a whiner, but you know, just try to give my fun, lighthearted reactions. And I love bike riding, but I am by no means a super well-conditioned bike rider. I should clarify that for uphill journeys, I can bike ride like almost a whole day on flat to normal surfaces. And we do have a street bike lane here, so let me take that briefly. If I would have continued dead straight on Sahara, that would have taken me right into Summerlin. Let's see what this bike lane looks like. You know what's funny? Sometimes all you need is a little bit of a downhill action to vary it up. Because like, I don't mind doing hills, it's just when it's constant the entire way. Like, just that little bit of downhill action gave me a mental boost to be able to climb this hill without even thinking about it. So now we're going to turn left. Make sure the car behind me passes by. And we've got, I think, a bike.
In 1,000 feet, turn right at Marble Gorge Drive.
Well, maybe I turned at the wrong spot. I thought this was the bike lane. Let me look at the map again. There's a bike path down there, but how do you get there? There's a staircase here. Did I miss like there's a bocce ball court here. Maybe there's a hill down here? No, I don't see where you gain access to it, but I think I can just walk the bike down there. I'll just walk it down the stairs. Hey. It's a pretty cool looking bike route.
In 1,000 feet, turn right at Marble Gorge Drive.
Alright, I finished taking some pictures. Really hadn't taken any pictures along the entire bike ride, but this was a very scenic portion. Now this path is supposed to weave in and out. You see, for every time we go downhill like this, get to use that momentum.
Turn right at Marble Gorge Drive.
Let me lower my... Oh, darn it. Probably could have rode through that, but a little rocky there. Trying to see why it told me to... Sometimes Google Maps just, when you're making sharp turns, it thinks you're going a different way.
In a quarter mile, turn left toward South Las Highway.
Let me turn that volume all the way down because it's going to keep doing that otherwise. Friendly dogs. Thank you. All right, I think this is the end of that particular path. Oh, there is a sign that points to a trail. Maybe it continues on the other side. trail looks like it does actually continue. Is that the way I'm going? I think Google is telling me to go that way. It says we're 8 minutes or 1.3 miles away from our destination. Getting steep again here.
Totally unplowed.
Okay, and the bike path does continue, so that's cool to note. But now, in order to get to Summerlin, we're to be going this way, toward the left. So essentially making our way back to Sahara, I think. Probably try to grab something to eat once I get to Summerlin and pop into Trader Joe's. The Trader Joe's footage I'll likely include as like the end of this video, and then when I start my video going back and taking that almost full dedicated trail back toward the strip, I'll probably start outside of Trader Joe's and ride back from there, because that'll be a callback to the full ride back that my brother and I did in 2017. Apologies for not doing more interesting commentary during the middle portion of this video, because there's just too much huffing and puffing on my part. But we're in the home stretch. And you know what the double bonus of this little detour was, is that we're sort of going in between communities. This is La Madre Mountain Drive, by the way, that we're on. We just crossed the intersection of Blue Willow Drive. So I guess it's not taking us back to Sahara. It's sort of one street over. When my brother and I came out here in 2017, the place we stopped to eat at in Summerlin was Red Robin. I don't know if they're still there, but I'll look at my options, whether I do another callback and eat there, or always could go for some pizza, anything relaxing, any food or any drink, beverage. Sounds great right now. And hopefully a little bit of time there. I'm gonna look around Summerlin to see with how many stores there are there. I imagine there's someone that sells an SD card, because with all the footage I shot yesterday in the Las Vegas Strip and the footage I shot here, I haven't had a chance to transfer that, so it's on my SD cards, and I would risk running out of space, because right now it says I have 67 minutes at this very moment of recording time left. And I don't want to rush that video on the way back to the strip bike riding. And also I'd like to have some buffer space so I can possibly record a tiny bit of action on the strip after the Super Bowl. I see Dillard's in the background as we approach Town Center Drive. So Dillard's is one of the stores that is in Summerlin. So like I see it, it's right there. You know, it's funny. That was a joke my brother and I had made when we made that exhausting bike ride back in 2017. When we were on the trail going uphill and we turned a certain part, and it's like you could see one of the store locations, and we were like, oh, there it is. It was like almost like a euphoria or sign of relief, sign of hope. Like I think that's what we were joking of, like, oh my god, there's a sign of hope. Let me pause this until the light changes. So crossing Town Center Drive. Looks like they've done some real estate development, maybe some more on the way. When my brother and I came here, we really didn't even have a chance to explore the depth of the Summerlin shopping area. We were at the Trader Joe's was at the very beginning of when we got there. And I know I mentioned this in my walking video, but the reason we went to Trader Joe's because we wanted to stock up on certain food items we could have while we were staying at the MGM Grand. But we went to Trader Joe's, then the Red Robin, but we really didn't venture further down where they have more stores. And then I think over toward our right side is Red Rock Casino or something like that. Goose Street. Believe it or not, this is still uphill all the way to Summerlin. I guess it's can't beat it. Pavilion Center Drive. Try to shout out some of the stores I see. Dillard's, Nordstrom, there's a Dave & Buster's over on the right. This is also known as Downtown Summerlin. I see a Sprinkles Beauty Bar on the right. Crazy Pita And then over on the left, there's a PGA Tour Superstore. A Michaels. Nordstrom Rack is behind me. I see an old Navy store on my left. Trader Joe's is in that corner over there. And there's a Red Robin still here. Ponchos. Might be like a Mexican place. Ulta Beauty. I'm pretty sure that if we kept going to the right, there would be more extensive from what I remember seeing on the map one time. Like beyond Dillard's. But we're probably not going to be able to capture that in this particular bike riding video. Yeah, because I think I might even see a Macy's if you kept going that way on the other side. In fact, let me look on Google Maps real quick. There's a Macy's. Juice Bar, Victoria's Secret, Bath and Body Works, almost like an outdoor shopping mall. Anthropology, Madewell, some belt shop, and other places. Banana Republic. Yep. Let me get into the shade here, and then I'm gonna see what there is to actually eat besides Red Robin. Alright, I've decided I want Italian and lasagna if possible. So we'll see if this, hopefully this place isn't too crowded. I mean lunchtime, so you run the risk of being too crowded. There's the Macy's there. This is still Macy's on my right. There are some very big Macy's stores in Nevada. It says there's a Regal Cinema here too. You can see I just passed up some bike racks. We'll see if there's any bike racks a little bit closer. I mean, I'm only a minute away. But still, oh yeah, there's bike racks here too. I don't know if they have any more along the way. I actually have a couple of stops to go. Here. Ooh, now it's getting colder. Maybe because I'm in the shade instead of the sun for the first time. I see a Lululemon up ahead. actually ride in the street for a bit. This is what I was talking about, how it's like a shopping mall strip. Love Bug, Zales, Build-A-Bear, Sunglasses Hut on my left. Car on the left didn't stop. There's two cars trying to blow through at once. Alright, where are we at here with the store? Looks like it should be right here. Oh no, it's still up ahead a little bit. There it is on the left. Maggiano's Little Italy. I think that's probably not just like a local store here. And look at this, we stumbled into a nice little park here. Got the dragon. There's too much music playing here, so I don't want to get a copyright strike, but showing that real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and actually end the first bike riding video here, and in the second one I'll start with a little bit in Trader Joe's and then ride the bike from there. But if you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time. By the way, that lasagna was delicious. I scarfed it down. I ate like bread the first time. They brought me a second helping of bread. I must have burned enough calories to be where I was starving, but it was also very tasty. Yep, signing off from Summerlin.